Hey everybody, it's Michael from Replica Airguns with another contest/review. Not only am I going to introduce these new guns, these Umarex Ace in the Hole single action army revolvers, but I'm also announcing a contest. It's been a while since we've actually done a contest, and I'm not going to give out too many details on how you can get involved, but I can say we are going to be experimenting with some new apps online that will allow you to get involved in this contest a number of different ways, which is going to make it a little bit easier for everybody. It'll be easier for you to get involved on different levels, as much or as little as you want to. And it's also going to allow us to do a lot more of these types of contests and promotions and all kinds of things moving forward. So if you want to know how to get involved in this contest giveaway, this one today, check out the description of the video. I'll have some information there, probably a link to the page where you can get involved in this contest. And if possible, I'll put something at the end of this video for you to click on too. Alright, so what do we have here today? We have the Umarex Legend Ace in the Hole single action army revolvers, two of them. I will be giving away one of these guns in this contest giveaway. I just happen to have two on the table because it looks cool. Now, I've made several single action army revolver videos, some shooting videos, some tabletop videos, pellet, BB, all kinds of them for you guys. So these are new. How they're different is obviously they're a shorter barrel. They have a slightly different hammer, and I'll bring in some other guns to sort of compare them to in terms of barrel length and stuff like that. You'll also notice that these guns have the Ace emblems in the handles, which I think looks great. The weathered finish is one of my favorite finishes on these revolvers. They have a cylinder on the end of the hammer, which might make fanning the gun easier if you're going to try to fan this. I'm not sure of how that would work with these guys, but you can maybe give it a try. And they have a slightly different sight here on the front. It's actually removable. If you remove it, you almost get a vented look, like it's a vented barrel, which I'm not sure. That's kind of strange looking, but maybe if you're gonna quick draw this gun and you don't want to have that front sight getting in the way, and you know, quick draw, you're not really using this sight anyways, then you know, that's maybe a way to go. And you do get a little baggie with extra ones. I took a look at them. They don't appear to me to be different like heights. I thought maybe for elevation some of them might be a little thicker or thinner, but they all seem to be the same. So these two are both pellet revolvers. They shoot .177 caliber lead pellets, not steel BBs. And how you're going to get to them, you're going to just open up the gun like this, and then you can either use the rod to push them out if you want, or your fingernail if you have any, and then you would load your pellets in the back just till they're flush. Once they're loaded up, you even have the option, if you want to load them in the gun. That's possible. You can load your pellets right there in the gun. You don't have to take the shells out if you don't want to, but you can if you want to. All right, pretty nice. And again, these are single action only, so you're not going to be able to shoot in double action. You do have the track and post. Let's take a look around. Okay, they do have rifled barrels. Got your safety on the bottom there. Right, red for fire. All metal with the exception of the grips, right? You do have the built-in CO2 screw, right? So that makes it easy. You don't have to go searching for an Allen key. Ace logo again. On this side, you got your serial number, caliber, warning instructions. You do have a nice recessed barrel. I do like that. And again, you have your ejector here. Not sure if I showed you that, but you got Ace in the Hole right there on the barrel. Really nice looking guns. They always are nice looking. These are beautiful guns. You're going to get roughly 340 FPS. And this is a 6-shooter, so that means you're going to have 6 rounds altogether. And of course, as you can see there, there's room for a 12-gram CO2 cartridge. These guns do have a 3.25-inch barrel. I'm not exactly sure of the weight. I'm going to give them about 2 pounds roughly, but they're pretty close. They've got a nice weight to them. They're not a big gun, but they do have a good weight to them for sure. All right, let's compare barrel lengths here. So here's your standard right here. Let's pop this trigger down. So here's your standard barrel, probably about a 6-inch barrel right there. And then we also have, it's going to be hard to get these all on the table. I'll do my best. And then we have the big boy here, and this would be closer to an 8-inch barrel. All right, so what I think I might do when I do the shooting test for this, because I kind of want to do a shooting test for these guns. It's been a while and I just enjoy shooting them. Why not? I think I'm going to compare the ace in the hole to the 6-inch and the 8-inch version. So the regular barrel size and the longer barrel size, to see how the FPS is affected by the longer barrel. It should be affected. We should have slower FPS, middle range FPS, and then potentially faster FPS with the longer barrel. At least that's my expectation. We'll find out when we do the test. Accuracy, I'm not sure, but there's a potential for an improved accuracy with the longer barrel. It's not so much the barrel length that affects the accuracy, it's the position of the sights. Having the sights positioned further apart just makes guns more accurate. Shorter sights just mean there's more possibility for error, margin of error in your sighting. When you pull it out longer, less margin of error with your sighting, so it's more of a sighting issue. Alright, that wraps up this contest/review video. Don't forget to look in the description of this video to see how you can get involved in our contest and win one of these for yourself. I'll have the information there. And as usual, don't forget to subscribe. Check us out on Facebook and Twitter. Username is Replica Airguns. Also come on down to replicaAirguns.com where we have articles, posts, reviews. I'll usually have additional photos of these guns you can check out there, and a written post for this video. We also have our Canada and US online airgun stores where we sell air guns, BB guns, pellet guns, blank guns, and other accessories. And oh yeah, we actually have stock of these guns, at least I know for sure, in our Canada store, possibly in our US store, but I know we have a fair amount of inventory at the time of this video in our Canada store over at replicaAirguns.ca. So grab one while we still do, because they do sell pretty quick, this style of gun. Alright, thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.